guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is my 2014, right? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is my 2014 beauty favorites and I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start out today with skincare. My number one moisturizer for 2014 is the Fresh Sea Berry Oil. This has been a repurchase for me. I absolutely love this stuff. I feel like it's completely changed the quality of my skin and it has helped me to not actually be quite so oily because I naturally have very oily skin. I am now combination skin thanks to this deep moisturizer that I used before bed. Next up, my two favorite face washes for 2014. This is the First Aid Beauty Red Clay Facial Cleanser, and this, along with that sea berry oil that I just showed you, those two products are basically responsible for completely improving my skin. The next face wash I want to show you is more of a late discovery in the second half of the year, actually just last month, and it is the Glam Supecleanse. I love this. I've talked about it several times on my channel already. It's amazing. It's just as good as the Glam Super Mud Mask, which completely draws out all the crap out of your pores and just makes your skin look really, really great. This is totally worth it. It's a brand new product at Sephora. You can now buy it in stores, and it's totally worth it. So now we're moving on to makeup, and what I tried to do for this is find my high-end favorite and my drugstore favorite for each product, and I was able to do that for many of them. However, some things there's just no beating a high-end product with some drugstore products. You can't get, it's just not the same. We're gonna start out with primers. The number one primer for me, high-end, drugstore, whatever. This is the only face primer I want to show you. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This is actually a smaller size. I have repurchased the larger size. It is so worth it. 100%. This is excellent for oily skin. I feel like when I wear this, I don't produce tons of excess oil. I felt like there was nothing that compares to this. My favorite high-end eye primer of 2014 and pretty much for the last couple of years is the MAC Paint Pots, and you can get these in multiple different colors, but I have Soft Ochre, which is a yellow, and I have Painterly, which is a flesh tone. These are fantastic. You put them on, you can use a brush or your finger, and when you apply your eyeshadow, it stays on exactly the way that you applied it until you wash it off. Moving on to foundations, my favorite high-end primer for 2014 is the YSL Fusion Ink. Oh my god, I love this foundation. It's incredible. I did a first impression review video of this, so if you've seen that, you will know how much I love this. It goes on like velvet. It's incredible. It's not quite as good for dry skin. It does cling to dry patches. However, if you have combination or oily skin, this is fantastic. It is a 24-hour foundation, so if you do need to wear your makeup for a really long time and have it look great the entire time with minimal touch-ups, this is a fantastic foundation for that. I do have a drugstore favorite foundation for this year. I am always reaching for my L'Oreal True Match. As you can see, I have 3 different colors. I love this foundation. Once again, it's great for combination or oily skin. This is just beyond drugstore quality. This is high-end quality. When I recommend this to people, they're like, really? L'Oreal? Why would you recommend that when there's like Makeup Forever and Tarte and YSL and all these other high-end foundations? But for the average woman who might be on a budget or might not have $60 to spend on a YSL foundation, this is fantastic. If you don't want to look matte, you don't have to pick this. There is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I just can't say enough good things about this foundation. This is just, it's a great formula and it stays on all day long. So for concealers, I don't have a drugstore version. I only have a high-end version, which is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. The first reason is it does have an applicator, and so this is just so much easier for daily use. You don't have to take like the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, you have to pump it out onto your hand or onto a palette and then use a brush or your finger or whatever. With this, you can just apply it. When it comes to the formula, I feel like this just can't be beat. It's called the Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it is exactly that. It is radiant, it is brightening. No matter where you use this on your face, it's going to brighten that area, and it is definitely creamy. This is so blendable and so, it's just creamy. It's kind of like moussey, like the formula is kind of like a mousse. If you haven't tried this, try it. It will not disappoint you. There were no particular bronzers that really stood out to me this year. However, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, which was released this year, really stands out to me as a favorite. These are all the original colors. If you didn't know, she did come out with additional colors so that if these don't particularly work for you and your skin, you can pick different colors. She has like 40 different shades to choose from on her website. So But these are all the original colors. They do all work for me just because I'm like a medium yellow undertone. So these shades might look very similar, but they are very different once they're on the skin. My favorite is Fawn, and this is the cool tone brown. It's very good for making that shadowy look on your cheekbone, which creates a more realistic looking contour. Definitely love this product. It is well worth the money. It was well worth the hype, and I recommend this to anybody that wants any sort of setting powders or a powder contour. So we're moving on to blushes, and I'm showing you another palette here. And this is a MAC palette. These 6 colors down here are all MAC blushes. One of my #1 favorite blushes for all of 2014 is Melba, and it's this really, really cracked, broken one right down here in the corner. I've dropped this several times, and each time an additional blush broke, which is really sad. It kind of sucks that it's now like a loose powder form, but it's still a fantastic color. It's really one of those blushes that you can wear with any makeup look that you want. It doesn't matter if you're wearing warm or cool colors. You can wear this blush with any makeup look. The next blush that I want to show you is Tarte, and this is in the shade Blushing Bride, and this is a very light plummy color blush, and this is another one of those colors that you can wear with any look. Between Melba and Blushing Bride, I am always just reaching for these 2 colors. This is just such a flattering color, and not to mention these Tarte blushes are 12-hour blushes, so if you have a big event like prom or a wedding or anything where you need to be wearing makeup all day long, these blushes are fantastic because the color doesn't fade. I do have a drugstore blush to show you. My favorite for the year was Milani Luminoso, and this is a baked blush, and this is very, very similar to NARS Orgasm. So this blush I think is like $8 compared to a NARS blush, which is about $30. This is a peachy pink, and it has gold flecks in it. It doesn't come off glittery at all. It just has that really nice gold sheen. So this is fantastic if you're in a hurry, you want color in your cheeks, and you also want a highlighter, because this kind of doubles as a highlighter when you swipe it up your cheekbone. I love this blush on days I'm in a hurry. Pretty much anything that cuts my time in half, doubles as more than one product, is alright by me. Moving on to highlighters, I actually have 4 different ones to show you. I couldn't pick 1, I couldn't pick 2, couldn't even pick 3. I had to pick these 4 because at some point during the year, all of these highlighters really stood out to me, and it's just something that I would reach for every single day. So the first one I want to show you, I actually got right after Christmas in 2013. This is a MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish highlighter, and this is in the color Fairly Precious. As you can see, it's a bit of a pink tone. This is special edition, so I'm sorry you can't go out and buy this in a MAC store right now. You can go on eBay and you can get them for like double the price that they were. This one wasn't quite as popular as Whisper of Guilt. When I went to MAC, I went to get Whisper of Guilt, and of course it was sold out, even on the day that it was actually released. So I was unable to get my hands on that, but this is still an excellent color. You can see it has a really nice sheen. So I'm just going to swatch for you here. And you can see it does have some pink, some salmon in it, but it does just have a beautiful sheen. It's not glittery at all. It's a very, very fine shimmer. Another highlighter that really stood out to me this year is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, and this is in the color Sandstone. This was actually a gift from a friend of mine, and it's pretty much the best gift of life. I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to swatch it on my hand right here next to the Fairly Precious from MAC. And it is just gorgeous. It is stunning. It is, I don't think it's too glittery, but I really like dramatic highlights, so I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. This next highlighter should come as no surprise. Pretty much everybody that owns it is going to put it in their favorites. This is Becca Opal, and this is the, if I had to pick one, this would be it. This, I just can't even describe to you. This is a gold highlighter, and so this doesn't work for those that have really, really fair skin. It's going to look too gold on you, but those that have medium to tan skin, this is just so, so stunning. When I swatched this the very first time at my Sephora, I thought it was a cream highlighter because when I put my finger in it, it was just so smooth and so soft. It was just unbelievable. I was like, is this a cream or a powder? We've got MAC Fairly Precious, and then the Bobbi Brown Sandstone Shimmer Brick, and then Becca Opal. It's unspeakably gorgeous. I just can't even find the words to describe this. It's not often, but some days I'll just want a really subtle highlight to my cheeks, like if I'm just doing brows, mascara, and lip gloss, something like that. If I want a subtle highlight, I always reach for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. They have 6 different ones, but I have Luminous Light. I just thought that this was the most flattering for my skin. With this powder, it is subtle enough to use as an under eye setting powder as well. So if you just really want to brighten that under eye area, this is fantastic for doing that. So I have the 4 different highlighters here in my hand. I've got the MAC one on the far left, then I have the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, Becca Opal, and then Hourglass Luminous Light. Moving on to eyeshadows, there were 3 specific brands that really stood out to me. The first one is MAC, and this is my usual go-to MAC palette. And the reason I'm including MAC is because of the color selection. There is not a single color that you cannot find at MAC that you need. So that is the sole reason I am including them. I really do love MAC shadows. I reach for them pretty much every day. This is like my go-to palette. When I don't know what I'm gonna do, but when I don't have plans for my eye makeup, I just reach for this palette and I go to work with the colors that I have in here. Next up, I want to show you Makeup Geek shadows. I do have 2 different palettes with Makeup Geek shadows in it. This is the smaller one, and these were the first Makeup Geek shadows that I bought. My favorite ones are probably Peach Smoothie, it's the perfect transition shade, and Shimma Shimma, which is a shimmery white, sparkly, perfect lid color. It's also great for an inner eye highlight. So I love these shadows. They don't have talc or fillers, and they're just really creamy and blendable. I would say that the quality is better than MAC. They just don't have quite the color selection that MAC does. The next brand of shadows that really stood out to me this year are Anastasia Beverly Hills. She's been releasing palettes for some time now, but as of November, she started releasing singles of all of her eyeshadows that she had in the palettes, as well as many different shadows. There are 84 in total, so you have a ton of different colors to choose from. The quality of these is, it surpasses MAC. I think that it even surpasses Makeup Geek. These are all just incredible. I don't have a single Anastasia shadow that isn't just highly pigmented and buttery and creamy and amazing. So my favorite shadow, I think, of all of them is Metal. It is this metallic shade right here. It is silver and gold, and I will show you here. I used this on my lid in my Khloe Kardashian tutorial, and it just really makes the eyes pop. I will just show you on the back of my hand here. Yes, 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 yes. It's just beautiful. This next product should not come as a surprise to you, but my favorite brow product of 2014 and for the rest of my life is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's a teeny tiny little pencil, and so it's perfect for making hair-like strokes on your eyebrows in the sparse areas, but you can fill in your entire brow with this like I did today, and it looks fantastic. This little pencil will give you the best brows of your life. Even if you're not good at drawing in your eyebrows, get this pencil and just the pencil will do the work for you. So I love this. I've purchased probably 10 of them now. I can't see myself ever using anything else besides this. Okay, so I zoomed you in even more because I wanted to show you one of my favorite pairs of lashes for 2014. These are the Velour lashes in Wispy Sweet Nothings. People ask me when I wear these, are those your natural lashes? Because it's kind of hard to tell. They're way longer than normal, like natural lashes, but they're mink, and so they look really natural. So this is one pair of my favorite lashes. I have 2 other pairs of lashes that really stood out to me, and one pair is the Lexi Lash Woke Up Like This lashes, and unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way to fix these lashes. I fell asleep with these lashes on my face, and so this one's kind of like jacked up. If you have any tips on how to reshape mink lashes, let me know in the comments below because I would love you forever and I would really like to be able to wear these lashes again. So these are just really beautiful, kind of like the velour lashes that I'm wearing today. They're more on the natural side of mink lashes, but they're very dramatic at the same time. So they're just beautiful and I want to be able to wear them again. The last pair of lashes I want to show you, you've seen me wearing a lot recently if you've been watching my recent videos, and these are the House of Lashes Iconic. Moving on to lip products, I have a couple drugstore lip liners that I'd really like to mention just because I think these are really, really super awesome. NYX Automatic lip liners, not the regular pencil ones that you have to sharpen, but the ones that roll up. The quality of these is incredible, the price is right, they're very, very creamy, and there's a ton of different colors to choose from. So I love these, and pretty much my daily go-to lip liner is this NYX Nude Lip Liner. So love these lip liners, they really stood out to me this year as a favorite. Next I want to show you this ColourPop lip liner, and they call them lippy pencils. These are really cool because each one has a corresponding lipstick that's the exact same color, and they're only $5 each. The quality of these is incredible. They're very, very creamy, extremely pigmented, just like pretty much everything that ColourPop releases. Very, very pigmented. I wouldn't consider these high-end because they're only $5, but I wouldn't consider them drugstore because you can only get them online. But definitely love these. They're super creamy, super affordable. And the other brand of lip liners that I want to show you is MAC. And I am a total MAC girl. I love pretty much all things MAC. The colors that really stood out to me this year, however, were MAC Cherry, and I actually just got this one very, very recently, and I love it. It goes perfectly under any red lipstick. Another one that I've been loving a lot this year is Night Moth, and I've had this for a long time, but I didn't really use it a lot until this year. Once fall rolled around, I really started loving the really dark lips, so I've been using this one a ton. And then also, MAC does have automatic lip liners, the ones that roll up, and this is the color Burr. It is kind of like a Lolita color. It's very, very similar to Lolita, and I actually posted a picture of this on my Instagram compared to Lolita, like swatched right next to each other. They're nearly identical, just the finish of this is slightly different just because it's a pencil and the Lolita is a liquid lipstick. So, but this is the exact same color. If you want Lolita but can't get your hands on it and you're willing to have a slightly different texture, then this is a fantastic dupe for that. When it comes to drugstore lipsticks, I've always preferred L'Oreal over every other brand. I just think L'Oreal is just a really, really great brand. All of their products are awesome. So they've always been my favorite until this year. Maybelline kind of took over as far as the lipsticks. And I have 4 different, they just keep releasing all these new lines, and their new matte line is incredible. I have all of these colors right here. I thought these were all amazing for fall. I don't really think it's necessary for me to swatch them for you, but I just basically have 3 different nude colors and 1 pink color. I'll just kind of show them to you here. I found this one, it's called Pink Me Up, and it's just the perfect pink color. It's not really baby pinky at all, but it's not like a dark mauve pink. I also have this color Nude Lust. It's slightly browny nude, and so it's fantastic for fall. Just love this color. The quality of these lipsticks is really, really good. The formula is really creamy and it stays on a long time. It doesn't just settle into the cracks of your lips. I don't get that white ring around my, like the inner part of my mouth after talking for a long time. This is very similar to the Nude Lust. This is in the color Warm Me Up, and it's the same thing, it's just a little bit warmer, and it's a little bit more of a brownie nude. So love that one. And I also have the color Rum Riche, and this is a bit more of a spicy brown color. This is perfect fall color, and like I said, these colors are really pigmented. The quality is really, really great for drugstore, and I think these are only $4.99, I think. High-end lipsticks, I have to give this one to MAC. I have 3 different formulas of MAC lipsticks, not including like the Luster, Creme Sheen, Matte, things like that. I've also tried the Pro Longwear Lip Cream, Mineralized Lipstick. The quality of these is just unbeatable. They just feel so great on the lips. It just feels good to have these on your lips. And the color selection, of course, is awesome. The quality of MAC lipsticks is just insane. You have a billion colors to choose from. There are many different types of formulas. There are sheer, there's pigmented, there's matte, there's luster, there's anything that you could ever want in a lipstick you can find at MAC. My favorite drugstore lip gloss has to go to the NYX Butter Gloss. NYX really just has great lip products. So Butter Gloss, there's a ton of different colors. They smell great. They smell kind of like, I don't know, like cotton candy or something. They just smell great. These feel really, really good on the lips. Everybody needs to have at least 1 butter gloss. I think I have 7. And the color that you see in the tube is actually the color that's going to go on your lips. These are quite pigmented. For high-end lip gloss, I have to give this to NARS. I have loved NARS lip glosses for years and years and years. I think NARS was like the first high-end lip gloss that I ever bought for myself. They reformulated their regular glosses this year. I don't know why, because they were perfect. The only thing that I didn't like about the other glosses is they kind of stunk, especially after using it several times. The applicator started to kind of stink. That was the only downfall in my opinion, but they did reformulate the glosses. This is my #1 favorite NARS gloss color. This is the color Chihuahua, and I've repurchased this many, 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 many times. This is the perfect pink for anybody. Definitely NARS has been my favorite for years and years and years, not just 2014. There are many, many wannabes for the Beauty Blender, but there is really nothing like the original. You can eliminate like 3 brushes with this teeny tiny little sponge. Your makeup is going to look great no matter what. Doesn't matter your skill level. This is the perfect tool. I've heard a lot of people say, how am I going to justify spending $20 on this little tiny sponge? But like I said, you can eliminate 3 brushes just by using this. You can use this for foundation, concealer, cream contour. It's easy to clean. You don't even have to get the Beauty Blender cleaner. I use dish soap, rubbing alcohol, and then if you pop it in the microwave for 10-15 seconds while it's wet, that's going to completely sanitize it. So it's super easy to clean. It's so low maintenance, and you can use it multiple times before actually having to wash it. So there's really nothing like the original. If you're going to get a beauty sponge, just spend the money and get the Beauty Blender. If you watch any of my prior tutorials, you know I always use Sigma brushes. They're just, I think that the quality is better than MAC brushes. I have hardly had any shedding with any of my Sigma brushes, and the price has gone up a little bit, but they're still really pretty reasonable considering the quality of these brushes. So love Sigma brushes. Another brand that really stood out to me this year is Morphe, and I probably have maybe 15, 18 Morphe brushes. There isn't a single one that I don't love. If you don't know, Morphe is this teeny tiny little company based out of Burbank, California. And if you go into the store, when I first went into the store, I was like kind of taken aback by how small it is, but there are so many brushes. It's like shelf after shelf after shelf all the way around the store with these little glass containers just filled with all the brushes you could ever need. And there isn't a single brush that I have by Morphe that's bad, and they're so cheap. You can get brushes for as cheap as like $1.97. So I just think that they're fantastic and totally affordable. Doesn't matter who you are. I mean, if you are buying makeup and brushes all the time, it really adds up. So when there's a company like Morphe that's willing to sell their products for a very reasonable price, I just think that's really honorable. So keep it up, Morphe. Love ya. So we're at the end of the video, and I just want to let you guys know, this is really cheesy, but my last favorite for the year is you guys. I haven't been paid for a single video on YouTube. All the products that I've used in my YouTube videos, I have paid for myself, or they've just been gift from immediate close friends or family members. YouTube is a very expensive hobby. You have to buy the camera, you have to buy the lighting. So the reason why you guys are one of my favorites for 2014, those of you that either you've been following me from the very beginning or you just recently started supporting me, you're a recent subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much. My level of gratitude, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just getting old and sentimental, but my level of gratitude has just skyrocketed in the last year. And I want to tell you a really quick story. I know this video is probably really long already. I'm trying to keep it down, but I went to the store earlier to get a picture frame, and I was standing in line. The woman in front of me in line had her money in a tube sock, and she had coins and dollar bills in a tube sock, and I was like looking. She didn't have a purse. She kept her money in a tube sock, and as she was like taking it out and giving it to the cashier, she looked back at me and she looked down and she saw me holding my Louis Vuitton bag, and I was so heartbroken for her. There are people out there that can't afford their bills, their mortgage, they can't afford to feed their kids, they can't afford a $1 lipstick, let alone like a $35 lipstick that I've shown you guys in the past. So I know that a lot of you guys can't afford a lot of the products that I show you, so that's why I really like to include these like drugstore products that are my favorites, that are amazing products. And so I really, really want to say thank you, you guys, so much for those who support me, those who watch every single one of my videos, or if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for showing up to my channel. This isn't free for me. I don't get all of these products as like gifts just to show you. People don't send me all of these products, and so I just want to say thank you guys for continuing to support me. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be accumulating all of this makeup and testing all of this makeup. I just really enjoy being able to show you guys and help you guys out, find the best products out there, sometimes for a really expensive price and sometimes for the best price. So thank you again so much. It really means the world to me. I am just so incredibly grateful. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and like this video and please subscribe. It would help me so much. And again, I just can't say enough about the support that I get from you guys. It's just warms my little heart. So thank you so much. So that's it for my 2014 favorites, you guys. Don't forget to let me know what your favorites are down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your favorite products are. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!